Our number 23 favorite Zelda track of all time is a controversial one.
Is it?
Is it?
A little bit.
Okay.
Everything's controversy.
Everything's controversial. If it's not my pick number one, I don't like it.
Yep, I hate it.
Because you can make the case that this is actually not a separate track. But I consulted with the relevant parties on it and still have my own beliefs on it, and I'm the one who made the final tally. So you can come at me in the comments if you want. But I feel like this track is different enough from something else that made it on our list later that it's fine to stand on its own. And that track is Tall, Tall Heights. Because this is kind of just the overworld theme, but then when you really listen to it, other than that one signature spree of 5 notes, it really isn't. It's very much its own track.
Very much so. And I was mentioning earlier during the honorable mentions, is that the mobile games, the handheld games, they really suffer from having short tracks. This one actually stands on its own, I think. It's actually pretty good for being a short version of the overworld theme, and I didn't want to leave it out of my list.
Yeah, I feel like music that is like borrowed, you can hear hints of. If we were going to limit that, the half the list would be gone.
Yeah.
The series does a great job of borrowing hooks and tunes from other songs and other games, so I'm good with it. I don't remember being consulted, but you know what? I'll let it
You didn't
slide.
vote for it. You weren't consulted.
So I struggle with this in the sense of I never played this one. This is one of the ones that I have not played and
You haven't played Link's
probably would
Awakening?
enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh
your
my
opinion on
God.
Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks? It's in the garbage now if you have not played Link's Awakening.
Dave,
fact that I liked
I'll
the
drive
one.
over to your house and I'll drop off Link's Awakening.
I don't even care if you play the remake or the original. The fact that you have played neither and you
This
are
one-
a alleged
This is
Zelda
3DS,
fan.
right? This is 3DS, right?
No, Game Boy.
Game
Oh,
Boy
jeez,
and
yeah.
then the Switch
Game Boy
remake.
and Switch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Game Boy
I never-
Color,
Yep.
technically.
I never
Definitely.
owned a Game Boy, guys. I'm sorry.
But now
But
it's on
you mean
Switch.
you never
So
won
it's
one
yeah.
from a Captain Crunch contest?
I didn't know that. I didn't eat Captain Crunch.
The remake obviously was controversial, but one of the things it had going for it was I think a really nicely reorchestrated soundtrack. In fact, as much as I like the original Link's Awakening, and I think it still holds up in a lot of ways, the soundtrack's a little rough at times because some of that stuff is just really high-pitched and jarring. And again, it was a byproduct of its time. I don't want to slam it too much for it, but when I was listening back, I'm like, I'm not enjoying a couple of these tracks. They're just like, my ears,
How about that Animal Village music?
Yeah, that's one of those. That's one I remember distinctly being like, "Oh my god." Whereas this is wonderfully pleasant, and it kind of fits this overall look. I know not everybody loved the kind of cartoonish way they retreated this, but
I love it. I don't know what's wrong with people.
I don't know. I think more people were upset about the price point than they were about the sprite reworking and all that stuff.
This is my number 2 overworld, I
Wow.
believe.
Ooh,
I mean, as far as like the hero song ones.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the versions of this, which I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you. The main Zelda overworld theme is somewhere in the top 25. Yes, it probably
Don't
won't
believe you.
shock.
I don't believe you.
I will also tell you that its position wouldn't have changed a ton even if we had folded this into that. But that's why there was a tiny bit of controversy with it, where it's like, well, if you made it all one overworld theme, again, I think this is a very different song. So
So what you're saying is your decision bumped off my earlier Zelda dungeon music or Death Mountain music from the original Zelda. Cool. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Kind
if you didn't
of.
play this game, so it's a wash.
well, and also keep in mind, like, while that's kind of true, I voted for both, so that wouldn't have worked either. Like, I can't count two different spots for the same song because I voted for the overworld theme in addition to Tall Tall Heights, so that would have broken something anyway. Your pick wasn't going to make it. Let's just put it that way.